How can you impose democracy by killing millions of people?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. I am the Kenyan Beast. Of course, we are doing it the African way every day, every time. Now, when I say African way, I'm going to talk about one leader who is trending so much in Africa. Is Ibrahim Traore. On the other hand, I'm going to talk about William Ruto, another leader who is trending again in Africa right now. These are two of the most popular leaders or politicians and a leader. William Ruto is more popular in a negative way. Ibrahim Traore is more popular in a positive way. Now, there's a tension that is growing between Ibrahim Traore and William Ruto. This tension is like this. Ibrahim Traore is one of the most loved president right now in Africa. Is a most hardworking president right now in Africa. According to the research, according to what people know, Ibrahim Traore is the most loved president right now in Africa or in the world, I can say. On the other hand, William Ruto seems to be the most hated president because he is the most corrupt president. Now, there is these things that happened. There's a king of, I think, Netherlands, tell me in the comment section which country, who was supposed to visit Kenya, but Kenyans emailed him or emailed that government. A lot of Kenyans did that, and now to tell him not to come in Kenya.
King William of Netherlands has called a crisis meeting after receiving thousands and thousands and thousands of emails from concerned Kenyans asking him to cancel his royal visit to Kenya. Apparently, now Nabi, aka Kaongo, had invited him to come in March, and somehow Kenyans got wind of it. And they emailed the guy saying, why are you coming to visit someone who's abducting us, to visit someone who's taking us out, to visit someone who is killing us? And the emails are so many. I bet it's in like 40, 50,000. Oh my God, Kenyans, what?
I think they cancelled the visit. So William Ruto, on the other hand, is the most corrupt leader or the most hated leader or president right now in Africa, all of Africa. Ibrahim Traore warned William Ruto, okay? Things that are happening in Kenya like abduction, supporting the imperialist, supporting neo-colonialism, being a puppet. He was warned by Ibrahim Traore. I want you to watch this video and then we react.
Whether you're a Democrat or not, how can you impose democracy by killing millions of people? It's a dictatorship, not democracy. You can't impose it. Those who call themselves Democrats have seen scenes where people were prevented from joining assemblies. We've seen scenes where forces landed in assemblies to force deputies to take texts. We've seen more terrible scenes where people kill their demonstrators. But they call themselves Democrats, and we're called Persians. If that's democracy, I repeat, we don't want this democracy. And when you see incompetence, they don't seek to know what the real meaning of the word democracy is. They cling to the definition given to them by imperialism and start talking about democracy without really knowing the basics. That's incompetence. You have to know, look at the world to redefine democracy as we want it in Africa. Incompetence hides behind freedom. Remember, there is no individual freedom. It's a fact.
Imperialism has no friends. Imperialism uses you, and when it finishes using you, it does with you what it wants.
Individual freedoms do not take precedence over the freedom of the nation.
Une nation ne se construit pas dans l'indiscipline.
A nation is not built through indiscipline.
Une nation ne se construit pas dans le désordre.
A nation is not built in disorder.
Those are those are Ibrahim Traore speech that are directed to William Ruto. He never, he maybe not mentioned the name, but we know as the people. On this platform, we know that some of these speeches are heading towards someone. Kenya was good back then. We didn't have these things of abduction. Even some politicians or activists from other countries like Tanzania, Uganda, were coming to Kenya to seek refugee. But right now, even a foreigner can be abducted. Just the other day, Maria from Tanzania, the activist of Tanzania, was abducted in the broad light, but the people of Kenya, the citizens, they revolt. See this one. Now, if you can abduct a foreign citizen because she or he is against the government where she come from. Maria is from Tanzania. He was abducted here in Kenya on the day broad light. Kiza Bisije, opposition from Uganda, he was abducted here in Kenya. If they can abduct these foreigners, what about us, the citizens of Kenya, who are tackling him direct, who are condemning the government, who are saying the government is not doing good? What will they do to us? So Kenya has become a crime zone. Kenya has become an unsafe place for activists, for Pan-Africanists, for everyone who is fighting for the future of Africa. Because for you to be a Pan-Africanist, for you to fight for the future of Africa, for you to call the unity while in Kenya, you need to go against this government. Because this government in Kenya does not support Pan-Africanists, does not support unity. They are supporting the foreign influence. Now, Maria was abducted in Kenya and she is an activist from Tanzania. Ibrahim Traore has said this: imperialists, when you support them, even one day they will put you down. Paul Kagame of Rwanda said this: those who are telling you to do this and this, those who are telling you to ruin your country, one day they will go against you, or they will make you to go deep and deep in that your hole. And even when the citizen will not love you, they will not care about you. Ibrahim Traore has said, you cannot lead a country with violence. You cannot lead a country by killing your own people. You cannot lead a country by abducting your own people. You need to engage with the people. Ibrahim Traore is engaging with the people. He loves the people. You could tell how it's going around to these universities, to the streets, to the villages, and he is working for the people of Burkina Faso. And that's why I said earlier there's a tension growing between Ibrahim Traore and William Ruto. These are two different people. One is for the light and one is for the dark. They cannot mix. But people know exactly where the light is and they know exactly where the dark is. I don't know if you have this video where William Ruto was in Ghana in John Mahama inauguration and Ibrahim Traore was there. Ibrahim Traore was like, he pretended like William Ruto is not existing. He knows him very well. And William Ruto was like, he ignored William Ruto. No, light and darkness can never mix. When there is darkness and you come and light your light, just once, darkness will scatter. William Ruto, the president of Kenya, was good when he was coming to power. His promises, his agenda, bottom-up agenda that he gave to people, and even the first speech he gave on this organization, it was awesome. And African people knew that this is the leader that we want, because he is the most educated, and he was calling against, or he was saying things against the white people, because he was like, we don't need to pretend that we are of them. There's a speech he said that we are not like children to be carried like this with the colonizer. And the people thought that this is the leader we need. Just few months later, he changed everything. I don't know what happened. I don't know how much money did they pay him so that he can change to be the puppet to the West. But the first time he said he won't be a puppet. But for those who are living in Kenya, when they were hearing his speech during campaigns, they could know that he's a liar. And I even told my friend one day, I told my brother that this guy, I don't trust him. I don't trust him because if he said under 2 months, in 2 months' time, when he gets into power, he'll do some things. And even 2 months, he doesn't talk about it. What he does is blame games, blaming the government that passed, but not doing anything to change the situation. So right now, the youths of Kenya are revolting. The youths of Kenya, they want change. The youths of Kenya are calling out corruption that is in Kenya. Instead of him doing what it takes to do away with corruption, now he is abducting these kids. Some of them go missing and they never come back. That's why we are supporting this country, the citizens of this country in Africa. A lot of African youths, they are looking up unto you as the leader. They are supporting you and they think you are their leader too, even if you are not in their country. So, William Ruto, imperialists are not your friends. They will turn against you one of these fun days. They will make you go deep and deep and deep in this hole, and you cannot remove yourself. People will not love you. Even your own people won't love you anymore. These few leaders who are going around with you, praising your name, saying you are a good guy, they are not the one who are voting for you. People are the one who are voting for you. So these leaders are just there because they want to look good in your eyes. If these leaders could be your friends, they could tell you the truth that the people are not happy. And the Gen Z are erupting. I saw when Gen Z were going to the parliament, when they were protesting, going to the parliament, there were policemen there shooting and killing people, but people were just marching forward. They decided it is parliament, we are going there. Just think of that situation, Mr. President, and think of what these youths can do. If they decide they are going in the State House, they will go. If they decide they're going to stop this abduction by themselves, they're going to stop it. And they have started stopping abduction. So right now, if you're a policeman in Kenya and you don't identify yourself and you want to arrest someone, you get hard time. You will. I wish you could just follow the path of Mr. Very fast. Very fast. So it's just the matter to decide. Decide to do away with the imperialist. Do away with the foreign interference. Make your laws by your own. But as we know, this politician, William Ruto, is not what we thought he is. He's so different and doing things according to what he thinks, what he wants, all the corruption cases, runs and everything. This is too much. But Ibrahim Traore, on the other hand, is doing a great job. And that's why we are linking that speech with the warning to Mr. William Ruto, because he is the one that the country has these cases like abduction, killings of people. Just the other day, there was a massacre where people were killed and thrown in a valley somewhere, and nobody came out and talked about it. Now, the government is saying they don't know who are abducting people. That means that we are not safe anymore in our own country because we are abducted and it's not the government. Then who are they? Who are abducting Kenyans? If it's not the government, then who are they? Then we are not safe. William Ruto, you have failed as a president. Security has failed as a president. The security of Kenya has failed because people are being abducted and it's not you. It is not the government. Security does not know anything about it. More than 6 children have been abducted. A foreign activist from Tanzania, Maria, has been abducted. Kiza BCJ was abducted, and the government does not know who is doing this. That means that Kenya, we are in a deeper problem. Our security is done. Government has failed. If they don't know who is abducting people, then they have terribly failed. They just need to resign and we seek for another government. How can a government officials stand on the podium and say that we don't know who are abducting people. Now, and again, you are saying those people who are abducted, they need to go to the court and say who abducted them. You know very well what you'll do to them, or you know very well what you did to them. So, warning to you, William Ruto, things you are doing that to the people, or your friends, political friends, they are telling you it's best. It's not the best. The ground knows better. You are in the inauguration of John Mahama with Ibrahim Traore. See how Ibrahim Traore was, the crowd went crazy over him. See how he was appreciated with people. What about you? You can tell that nobody loves you and nobody knows you. You can tell from there. Yeah. So I hope that things will change. Maybe because change is inevitable. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow. I'll quote a speech of Julius Malema. He said one day, if we will not remove you, if you will vote and you steal our votes and you not move on that seat, you not exit that seat, then nature will do it for us. And I see youths putting people in casket here and there. That is nature. That's the example of nature. So if you don't change, you want to be on that seat forever, then nature will do what it takes for us. So dark and light, Ibrahim Traore and William Ruto, the tension that's growing, it's because one of them is most corrupt and the other one is doing great job for the people of Africa. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video. Until next episode, peace be with you.